you know, we can run through what we need to run through.
I need to know what you wearing. Okay,
This is Jordan Craig.
Okay, look.
So, you know, Jordan Craig has his little cutesy Grim Reaper.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is adorable.
I saw
And yet
that.
morbid. So, like, I just kind of want this to,
I like that.
And it's on the sweats.
And that's why I saw it on the
Down here, too. Yeah. It's on the sweats, too. So I was like, what would match this? Because, you know, the Big Hurts are the darkest of midnight blues.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, let me just get something that, you know, would reflect that the right way. So,
good.
yeah, this is one of the most comfortable things.
Uh-huh.
When we were talking about the outsourcing overseas, like the feeling of this particular hoodie, it's like, this is so. I mean, this is the one.
Yeah.
This is so comfortable.
Yeah.
Then we go with the what do you call it? The simple basics, I guess. That doesn't feel like this.
Gotcha.
That's a tech fleece. This is a hoodie, like a sweatsuit.
Yeah.
But if I was debating, and I don't know who would make this for the low, but if I was to actually get like a baseline template, these two would be it. Like this is the winter one, that one's the autumn,
fall,
fall one.
Yeah.
You know, it works.
So I got a few different collections coming out now. So this merch thing I'm really excited about. It's gonna be fun. I gotta show you this girl out of California. I used to work with her in North Carolina, and she's an artist, and she just throws art out. And I'm like, you know, you got to do something that incorporate my logo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to need that, too.
So the skull collection's coming out. I got
So is this the one that's pieced together?
that's the one that's pieced together, where she took my logo and broke it apart and made a skull out of it.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Yeah. Is it?
It's fire, yeah.
I'm gonna need that, too.
Wait a
minute, yeah, because I'm seeing her art, and I'm like,
Wait a
yo,
minute.
nobody's like putting you on or doing nothing with.
Who is
Nobody's
this person?
This is my girl Erin out of California.
She's got the Instagram page.
She has an Instagram page.
You got to send that to me.
I'll send it to you.
Follow
But
that.
I ain't show you the other ones that she's done.
Whoa.
So that'll be the skull. There's one more skull she's working on.
Okay.
And then we got the rock star. I showed you the Go Little Rock Star with the cards. Oh man, look,
You told me about it, but you
I
didn't
ain't
send
show it to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pull that up real quick. She's the stuff that she's sending me. I'm like, yo. As soon as she posts something on her Instagram, I'm like, take that down.
Right.
I want that one too.
Yeah. Make that unavailable to
Make that
everyone.
unavailable too. Here's the money for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one too. Bring that back. So I'm gonna have two different designs, but then the two different designs come together and makes one big design. And she kills it. Like she
She's
does
like-
abstract stuff like this. Like if you go with her page right now and see the stuff she's doing, you probably won't see it for long.
Because somebody's going.
No, ain't no somebody. It's me.
It's like,
Let
you
me
know
go
what
be
that
real
feels
quick.
like? Do you know what that looks like? If you saw Batman Ninja, did you ever see it?
Yes, I love.
Doesn't that look like that?
Yes, that
Okay.
type of anime.
Sorry, Toy. Yeah. See,
So, yeah,
this
that-
this
That
is what
samurai
happens.
Batman one is dope.
It was. It really was.
That's
What really freaked me out about it is when they got into that battle royale style, and then everyone started coming out. Like that makes you feel like that stop motion that they did, like
Exactly.
in that chaotic kind of sketch animation way.
right.
And then, did you ever? I don't know if you listen to Sturgill Simpson. You ever heard him?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so go on Netflix and look at Sturgill Simpson's Sound and Fury.
Okay.
It's I think it might be 45 or 55 minutes long animation.
Okay.
Best 55 minutes of your life. It's like Batman Ninja,
That's
but
dope.
but awesome. Like it's stupid good, stupid good.
I'm gonna show you one more that I told her to take down. I needed, but she left it up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she.
Oh,
That-
you touched it.
Oh, my bad. The cool thing about her art, this is not anything that she draws out. She literally gets a canvas and
Paints it.
not paints it, like cuts out
Oh, yeah.
art and
Okay.
Oh,
put
so
it
it's
together.
stencil
Yeah.
style. It's
So-
like ransom style.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's like ransom style. So, and then she makes a digital version of that. So I'm like, look, make the canvas, put it to the side because I ain't got no room in my house now. But when I get my house,
So how big should they be? You know what I mean? Like
she does a 6x8 and then she can do an 8x10.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So if she was clipping from magazines or something like that, it would be that physical size.
Right.
Clearly, it looks larger than life when she's taking a picture.
Right.
Of it, right. So that's kind of how Donaldson does. Donaldson's a friend of mine. He actually was on the show recently. I haven't started releasing those episodes, and he has an acrylic style of painting.
Okay.
It's really more like just a mind burst, and it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, how big could these things possibly be? They're, 3x5, 4x6,
Right.
Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, wall
That's
size.
what I was thinking, like
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
this. It was like, no,
Right.
just, okay, boop. I
But
can
in
do
the
that.
way it used to be, even when we were doing the photos, like back in the day when I was doing photography hardcore, a 16 megapixel camera
Yes.
was expensive.
Yes, it was.
And even then, it still didn't give you more than an 8x10. It's that you can get an 8x10 at 16 megapixels, crisp,
Right.
300 DPI, which is why I always stress to you 300 DPI. That's where it came from. Because systematically, every printer needs a 300 DPI. That really isn't going to change anytime soon. But ideally, though, when you move into the new cameras and they're doing like 60, 70, 100 megapixels.
No, your phone's doing
God knows
15.
it. Yeah, 15, 20. The phone
Yeah.
is doing what the Canon was doing when I started, right? But that attention, that grain, that attention to detail, like you really, really, really need that in order to get that picture turned into a lithogram.
right.
Because she can do that stencil at 8x10, but then when it turns into like we want to blow this up and sell limited prints,
Right.
you got to use a very high quality camera.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was trying to explain to him. But he's an artist, and I'm a
Yeah.
creator.
Yeah.
Like for me, I go into the intricate details of how the thing should work instead of, well, end result is this is the way it's going to look.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. How do you get there?
Yeah.
You can't just have it like, oh, I took a picture of it, let's print it. Nah, do you ever want it to be a 20x30?
Mm-hmm.
You need to use the real high def camera to get that done. So, okay. Well, anyway, here's what we'll do.
That made me think I need to do ransom freedom across the chest and put that on there. I'm glad you said it that way.
Ransom stuff.
Ransom style letter, just freedom.
I'm here to inspire, man.
Man, look,
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing this design. Look, I appreciate this.
That looks really good.
This look.
Did you take pictures of it yet?
No. I'm gonna unveil it at the pop up. I don't have a lot of print. Well, I only got just for me, but I can do pre-orders
Yeah.
Okay.
and then go from there.
Well, let's do a IG live real quick to let people know that we launched this thing real fast.
All right.
Qualified the podcast. Got Raw Kicks, Freedom Sneaker Club, HTX. We're in the building. This is how it works. One time for Poop. Shout out for Poop. RIP. Qualify the podcast is here. Freedom Sneaker Club, HTX, Raw Kicks 713 at them on Instagram, social media, Facebook. You can find me on all streaming platforms as well as on YouTube. So we're hanging out for the day. Sneaker business is here.
Yep.
What's on feet?
What's on feet? I got a good story for it because, I love to always do the flashbacks. Like, hey, remember I said this? Well, a few episodes ago, if you've been watching and following, you knew that the LeBron Soft Beat H, I literally sat in this seat trying to hit this shoe and didn't. So
Got him now, suckers.
but I got them now. So LeBron Soft Beat 8s are on feet. I had to do it. It definitely goes together with my finals collection of the Freedom Sneaker Club T-shirts. So that apparel will be available at a pop-up that we will give you more details on later on. Actually, this weekend.
Yeah.
So come on out, support when you see the details. But that goes with what I'm wearing today. So happy to have these guys inspire me and help me get to this point. So all thanks to Raw Kicks and to Hassan. I mean, everything has been up and amazing. So make sure y'all tap in, for real.
Yeah, tap in. Appreciate that. That's the man. That's the woman.
That is.
And what's on feet?
I got on the blue suede 5s.
Blue suede, the blue suede.
You know it.
I am not wearing Nike at all. So, on feet right now, I got the Reebok Frank Thomas Big Hurts.
Clean.
Clean as a whistle.
Clean.
Official like a ref whistle.
Yes.
That's how we're representing because I needed to have more Reeboks in my shoe collection. I don't know why. So, welcome. How's business?
Business is good. Wow.
Business
isn't
is
that perfect
jumping.
timing? Yeah, business is good. Can't complain. Pretty good start to the year. We've only, one or two Jordan releases into the year right now. The last one was really hot with the they call it the Crimson Jordan 4s, but we call them Red Lightnings.
Red Lightning.
That went well. Very excited for what's coming up for the rest of the year. But to start off the year, not bad. I can't complain. Yeah. It's been a good start.
Red Light. So I saw a picture of them. Right, I saw it when you actually dropped it on your page.
Yeah,
they look so like a bizarro inverted lightning.
Yes,
like that's. But why do they call it a Red Lightning though?
There was originally the Lightning 4 that came out with the Thunder 4. So, like I said, we always do the little flashback, but we did the Lightning 4s in here before, just an all yellow 4. And then Jordan also made a Thunder 4, which was pretty much an all black shoe with yellow accents. Okay. So on the Red Lightnings, it's basically the Lightning 4s, but everywhere is yellow is red. So I'm starting to see that trend. They're starting to take shoes and just throw every color on a same silhouette, popular silhouette.
It's not a bad colorway when you really think about it, though. Like it works every time they drop it.
Exactly.
Anything that is close to and or is bread that they don't call bread, it's still gonna sell.
It's gonna sell regardless.
It's still gonna sell.
And they did look like really good in hand.
In hand, they look way better in the pictures.
I'm in a group that's on Facebook, and it was like a lot of the grade school quality was kind of trash, but from what I've seen, they look real good. I wasn't mad at that purchase at all. So.
No, I wasn't.
I'm actually in a Jordan head takeover. I'll be honest with you. I'm outnumbered. I don't care. At least I can run. So you know, like based on
you'll be the fastest one in here.
I'll be the fastest one in and out of here.
Yes.
I had to tell you. I was telling him on the last episode. So this episode, just for those on live, the episode for Heat Exchange, which is something new that we're bringing out right now. That episode just aired. You have part 1 on YouTube right now. You guys can go ahead and check that out. Then we also have part 2 airing tomorrow. Right, so we try to keep these things in digestible chunks, but at the same time, the content's still pure. But when you see that, you'll understand what we mean by heat exchange. So stay tuned for that. Having said that, the story of how I almost got jumped by 150 people will be on that episode as well. Because I made a boo boo. I didn't really gauge the crowd.
Just the fact that he survived that. Deserves a like, a thumbs up, a heart, anything. Look, sharing anything.
Emoji.
Something, anyway.
Prayers emoji.
Let's put the praying hands in the comments. Let's see some praying hands for the survival of that event. That was good. But go back and check out that video.
Yeah, for sure. You know what's ridiculous about that? Because I didn't explain this to you. Because you're in the middle of the heat of it. Because I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Because this is perfect that we're here. Let's just talk about how this works. Because you get to school me because I didn't know, right? And you covered it, but we're going to talk about this now. Yeah. She hits me up, hey, I need you to go pick up some shoes. You got the raffle, you're in it, I used your name in the raffle. Okay, cool. Now you realize I don't know how this works. Right. My whole history of shoe buying is me either buying out the store, online, or outbidding somebody in another country for these little eclectic things that I want to get, right? I don't know about this raffle. I have no idea what's going on.
That's why I just had to just put you in it.
Right. She just voluntold me that, that we're in it. All right, cool. And I'm no questions asked. She wanted me to do something. Let me go do it. Cool. I got a lunch date. I got a museum date. I'm trying to plan a thing. And here I am going to go pick up the shoes. So when I go get the shoes, or excuse me, when I'm walking through the mall, everything's standard. Now, I realized real quick, because most malls, is an outdoor setting, right? So most malls are like that now. They put a lot of money in the outdoor pavilion style. This ain't no different. It hit me how long it's been since I hadn't been inside a mall.
Really?
Like, I think the last time we went in a mall was when we went to the Galleria for JD Sports. So for me, I'm very zeroed in. I need to get in, get out like a robbery. I don't need to stay in here, right? Because I know I'm a shop everywhere I go. It's like a recovering addict. I'm like, no.
Right.
So I get near the store, and I start seeing people and more people, and then start forming a line. And I said, well, that's interesting. And I walked right past it. I was like, whatever. So I walked right past it, had to cut through this human, Twizzler stick of a line to try to get into the store, because why would I need to wait in line?
Right.
So in my head, the shoes are got. I just need to go pick them up.
Right.
Why would I think that that's happening for the pickup of the shoes? Walk right past them. Granted, I'm G'd up, I got my mask on. They wouldn't know if I'm a celebrity or just pure stupid. It's the latter. It's pure stupid. I'm not famous. So you know that. Right? I'm just silly because I don't. So I get I get in the front where the young ladies and everybody helping is. They're behind the glass. They look at me like I'm just a second coming. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm on the phone with you. And I'm like, "Hey, man, why are there so many people here?" So, la-di-da, I get up front, I'm like, "Hey, excuse me, like, where would I go pick up these shoes that I got a raffle for?" And she's like, "Right there. Like, that's the line that you just skipped through all these people for." I'm like, "Oh, no, that can't be right." No, clearly there's a line for people like me who don't know anything about this.
Right.
Like, the silly line. Nope. I had to turn around. Everybody, like, it's at least 60 people with their hands up. You know what I mean? Got two options. We're going to have to apologize to everybody,
right,
or run real fast after you get these shoes.
Right.
I chose the latter.
Thank you.
Let me just apologize.
Yeah.
I chose the former, not the latter. But that was a lot of people. Can you break down to me how this works? Just school me on how this works.
Well, for one, every release is not like that. As you see, when we went to go pick up the Lightning for us, it was nowhere near that. But you throw in one of the hottest releases of the year on top of everybody already being in the mall because it's Christmas time.
Okay.
And usually stores are getting more pairs, so there's the line. Like, you got to stand in that foolishness just to even get checked off of the list. So that is one of the most anticipated shoes of the year, every year, no matter what color it is.
Yeah.
Which is also why, for resellers, it's one of the best-selling shoes. It's one of the highest-selling shoes. It's because of the demand. So,
okay.
Of course, with that demand, everybody wanted. But then you got everybody in the way,
everybody's
too.
outside.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got everybody in the way, too. So, I mean, you're talking about a release that was, how long ago that came out?
Oh, God. It was the 11th of December, so over a month?
No. I mean, like, when was the last time the shoe dropped?
Oh, God.
Before Christmas.
Years
ago, right?
Yeah.
And then that release is crazy. Like, it's still news footage going around from that release. So,
yeah.
See, that's what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid the news. I'm trying to avoid the well-dressed non-Jordan wearing person getting jumped on World Star and ABC 13 because I don't know no better. And I find it, you know what? It is my fault. It's all my fault. But the idea of it is that level of ignorance to me is comical because I'm seriously looking like I really should know better. Like, it's, I'm hard on myself. Nobody has to be hard on me. I'm really hard on myself.
Yeah.
When I should have known better than that because it made no sense that everybody else was out here and I'm in a raffle because usually I'm just in and out.
Yeah.
Just like the Lightnings. There was no line. There was no line.
That one, yeah.
That's what I say, because for one, a lot of the shipments were late on that one. So it was like the people who did get them, they were lined up to either get them already, right when the stores open, or they coming later on to get them because they know they got them. But with this particular release, like I say, you already got everybody in line, and then for like people like me who had to pick up multiple pair, you got to be in the stores early so you can make everything on time and be able to pick up all your shoes. You only get till 5 o'clock at certain stores, 7 o'clock at So it's
what's the purpose of that? Right. So in the and as you all know, but I'm just educating those who would be as silly as me and not know this. You get notified, hey, you won, right? Come get your shoe, but you have until this period of time to come pick up your shoe. In a perfect man's world, if you
don't pick it up, they can sell it to somebody else who's waiting first come first serve. Right.
But in a perfect man's world, wouldn't you think that they would give you 2 days to come get? I mean, you won it, right?
They did
for a minute, yeah. Right.
Like before the pandemic,
when COVID happened and the mall started to open back up, they were trying to do this whole like appointment time thing and space into where you don't have everybody and their mom in the mall at the same time. So they was giving us till closing on Sunday to pick up,
basically the whole weekend,
at least from the Flex app.
Yeah,
but like I said, you had to, like, even with Hibbit, like, you had to call and make an appointment, and then if you wasn't in by your appointment, well, some stores do it this way. If you wasn't in by your appointment, they'll sell it first come, first serve at 12, and then some would sell it first come, first serve right after you missed your appointment time. So,
and that line
is trying to keep it, like, spaced out so you wouldn't have people on top of each other. You're trying to keep your social distancing, but that
didn't work. Yeah. That was just privates to privates, the whole line. I just, and at this level, learn something new about myself every day.
Yeah,
I'm getting anxiety about that now. Like, you know, it's just too much for people that you don't know, you know, because you're already in a mall.
Right.
And that's fine. Because you're not really intentionally rubbing up against people, but at this point, this is essentially like a concert style. You know what I mean? Everybody's waiting in line. And I said, man, even if I could, I don't know if I could. You know? Like, even if I could, I don't know if I could. But then at the same time, now that I've embarrassed myself in front of 100+ people, I ain't. So now just leave it. But we got it done. We got it done. Shout out to Dr. Jarn Broussard. Shout out to Dr. Jarn Broussard.
Shout out to his mom for not killing you, because she was
that the surprise?
PO'd, yeah.
That was what. Well,
she was like, if Jordan didn't get this shoe, we was gonna fight her son. I was like, oh well, we got it.
Well, we got it. Yeah, and Tootie, I love you, and thank you for the Christmas gift for Sydney as well. This is. I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
That's the deal when you call your dog. It's just like, all right, cool. If you say bite him, you bite him.
That's why I be asking, do we have anything planned? Because with some of those, you just never know.
You never know. Exactly.
I respect the lead in. Again, as you talk about it, and I really appreciate it, as you start talking about how things just be improving and coming up, and it's up for everybody. Like, in this family, like, it's up for everybody. And I really am thankful for that. And I'm really appreciative of you and your availability to come in and really just chop it up. You know what I mean? Because everybody don't have to. You know what I mean? So thank you. Thank you always. Right. So in that being said, I don't even think about asking questions about when people ask me to do stuff.
Right.
But that would have been like a good release for us to record.
It would have been.
And catch the chaos of it. Yeah. That's why I say that's one that I do want to, like, I want to catch some footage of that. Yeah. Like just the chaos and the panic of a first come, first serve versus the raffle.
So let me ask you this. Of all the releases that's coming out this year, which would be first half of the year
chaotic?
Will be that similar? I got one in mind.
Like, if I want to say the 12s, but
the playoff 12s, okay. Look, them UNC sixes. Them UNC sixes are going to be a problem.
They're going to be a problem. But the amounts that I'm seeing now, 2 months early, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's going to be.
No,
it's going to be a lot
our
of
guys coming
questionable
at 4 o'clock.
pairs.
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, okay.
There's going to be a lot of questionable pairs out there.
Now be mindful now. This is chaos and madness for a shoe that they made over 1 million pairs for.
Yeah.
Over 1 million pairs. Like the broadest release of releases.
Yeah.
And it was
year,
still
though. Madness.
That's what I say. That's every year, though.
And they saturate the market, and it's still crazy.
So this is where we get back into my little nerdy deep dive of business. You know what I mean? Like, why is there so much of a craze for something that is inadvertently something you're going to get anyway? Like, you're going to get it.
Well,
one way or another.
No. It's some people that still ain't got no cool grades.
Yeah.
And I know some people that are sitting on a bunch of cool grades. So supply and demand.
Because you still have to
supply and demand 101.
Supply and demand 101.
You still have to go through the process, though. Like, you still, unless you lucked up on one of the restocks, or you just so happen to walk in and they had some left over. Yeah. But you still have to have points to enter the raffle.
Still the same.
You still got to go through the whole system, the whole setup.
Or you could just go to China and pick up these shoes because they're just sitting on the shelf right now. Nobody's buying them.
You're right.
That's
nobody's
very true.
getting them.
That's very true. It's crazy. I'm a local reseller here. He was in Costa Rica or Cuba, and he went to the Nike store in that country. Everything that we're chasing here is just sitting. I mean, everything, and it's crazy to see. Like, yo, bring me this back.
I can't explain Costa Rica.
Right.
I can't explain South America. I can explain China.
China, yeah.
Like, that's a given. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of what they do and what they don't do, based on brand loyalty and the socialist movement of them saying, hey, you need to be exclusive within this branch of our manufacturing because they're making the shoe.
Right.
But Lang Ning is the Nike of China.
Right.
And they're serious.
Yeah.
Can't explain Costa Rica because Costa Rica or Brazil or Colombia, they get the shoes. And they're hard to get.
Right. I don't know.
Because they're exporting.
Economically, they're priced out of what that market is.
Might be economically.
Or
right.
It might just not be as
or
much hype there as it is here.
I'm going to argue that. I think they want it. I think that economically they can't get it. See, now we're about to deep dive. Now, tell you what. Hey, listen. we're gonna cancel this live because we're about to go into some conspiracy theory.
We're about to go into the deep.
We're going deep. We got DJ Westmade Clint coming in. He's gonna chop it up with us as well. All Jordan heads, with the exception of me. But I want to thank y'all for joining the live. This is really cool. We really appreciate it. Qualify the Podcast is here with the usual suspects.
We in here.
All right. One time for Pook. Rest in peace, Pook P.
So, Alfredo, let me ask you this: now that you got some of your first samples done,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
like it's a totally different
It's an
feeling to see your artwork go from literally
Yeah.
in your head to basically on a canvas. 'Cause
Right.
that's our canvas.
Yes.
It's a great feeling, right?
Look, it's an amazing feeling. It's like I only want to wear me.
Yeah.
I only want to wear
Yeah.
my stuff now.
Just Dave
now,
Chappelle this whole thing.
right
You know?
now, okay, where can like designs that I wish I could have obtained from other designers or stuff that I see that is cool, like some of the stuff I've showed you up to this point, like I want to wear that.
Yeah.
And now I have an avenue to do so, which is it's addictive.
I told you, that's what I say. Now,
It's over
I don't
now.
even buy Jordan shirts no
Th-
more.
and that- yeah, and I got a
Unless
closet
I gotta-
full.
yeah,
That's a jump.
Unless
Like that's
I
a
gotta
whole
go-
jump.
Like I get to redo my whole wardrobe the way I want it to be.
Yeah.
Oh, it's about to be,
Yeah.
and it's good to hear people feedback like, oh man, that's dope. Where'd you get that from? Oh, that's mine. What?
Would you like to know?
Yes. I don't know. Just something about that independence that comes with it. That you're not tied to what everybody else thinks is cool. It's like this is me.
Yeah.
And you know how they say you wear your feelings on your sleeve, well, you wear your personality, your character on your body, and people get to see it. And some people appreciate it, some won't. But
It's free
you get to
advertising.
see who that where people stand in those scenarios. So
I like
fantastic.
it though. I like it because this is the origin story of so many other brands.
Exactly.
Right. So you start looking at the ones that we like so much. Like when you start looking at those and start talking about Walker wear or cross colors and things like Carl Kanai. Legitimately, and this is no disrespect because everyone was wearing it, but you do understand that was really just his name in cursive over
Basically.
whatever trendy color pattern it was at the time. That's genius.
Yeah.
So now really it's only about who's hot wearing it.
Right.
That is pure street grassroots marketing. So if Kanai was just Kanai, why and when did it become cool? Well, it became cool because someone said, this is my individual style and this is what I want to wear. And people respected it and recognized it.
Exactly.
So gone is the time frame where you have to wear a gold and black Pittsburgh Steelers jacket because that's the only thing that matches the shoes. It's like, nah, you got gold and black already.
Right.
These are yours. This is your design. I'm wearing me.
Right.
And it matches the shoes.
Right.
That's why she started the business.
Right.
Like that, to me, I think that's the origin story that makes the most sense, and it's going to be one that people really, really tell.
Right. And I think that's the first time I ever met you was you advertised one of your T-shirts. Like, you know what? I need that.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
Yeah. Like
Meet
when
me
I
at
dropped
Gallo.
when I dropped that Fresh Prince shirt.
That Fresh
it was
Prince shirt,
yeah,
like,
nigga.
oh, that's fire.
Yeah,
Where you at? I'm coming right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's when I first met. Like, oh, you're Raw Kings? Okay, bet. And then ever since that day,
Since then we've been linked up.
linked up.
I think it's a
working
good
together.
story. Seriously, I mean, I always tell you how proud I am of you, but I always thought that was a good intro to the business because it's not necessarily about necessity, ingenuity though. You know, it's just like, well, I don't have to spend this money. I like what I like. They don't make what I like. Find a need, fill a need. Let me just go ahead and create something. You're going to buy the shoes anyway because she's a Jordan head.
Right.
You're going to buy the shoes anyway, but do I have to buy this shirt to complete the unit?
Yeah.
Do we have to match that hard? Because we're of the generation, I think we might be the last generation where label matching is important.
Right.
You know, there's no Nike and Adidas blend.
Right.
Like that's Crips and Blood.
Yeah,
That's
right,
Hatfields and
exactly.
McCoys. You don't do that. I'm only now thinking like maybe I could wear some Feli and Troop together. Like it might be okay, but it still doesn't feel right.
Right.
I'm just not buying any Troop shoes.
Right,
I can't do it.
Right,
I can't.
right.
But you see,
So-
a lot of the hype beats, that's what they do now. Like Eric Acosta this, Supreme that, Off-White this, and they just throw everything on. Just
Yeah.
so
Just to say it's a name.
that's the way everything's going. Whether
See.
compared to I'm wearing Nike socks, Nike jogger, Nike tee,
Yeah.
all of it. So now it's going to be
I'm gonna make
freedom
somebody
stuff.
mad. I know I'm gonna make somebody mad, but this used to be the determinant about whether your budget was really what it was. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where the young boy would come out and say, "Look, I'm gonna wear Supreme this, I'm gonna wear Bape that, I'm gonna have, okay, cool." Not the way we used to be. It used to be the fact that if you go to these clubs, I remember going to like these teen clubs, because it used to baffle. Now we know the answer to the question, but it used to baffle me. Like the ones getting all the attention might have a Versace belt, but you remember they was putting the belt around their neck.
Yes.
They would wear the Versace belt around their neck.
Yeah.
So it be seen.
So it can be seen.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't even want to put that around your pants. That's
Right.
cool. I get it. I'm not the one who did that. So
Yeah.
for me, I never understood it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when homie would come and take the steering wheel and come into the club with the steering wheel. He just wants you to know that, is this new? Like, is that a new concept? That's not, you can't be a new concept. You never saw that before?
Come in the club with what?
You gotta remember he ain't from here.
I'm not from Texas. Come in the club with what?
Because they didn't do that in Atlanta either.
Steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we about to talk some culture then.
Yeah.
I should jump back on live. Okay.
Steering wheel.
Because out here there's
Go
a
for it.
wood grain wheel thing. So it's like if you got that, then you got a slab sitting outside. So
You got
ain't
to have
nobody
slabs
gonna
sitting
know
outside.
it's sitting outside.
That don't make you a
in
target. Like, well, I know that got a slab.
They
that's
have
a slab,
guns.
that's
We're
a
in Texas.
slab.
They have guns. It's
I'm just
okay.
saying,
Okay, okay.
Somebody gonna get shot.
Everything makes you a target, but
That's a
somebody
guarantee.
is going to do
Right.
something stupid. That's
Yeah.
the same as flashing your money out through the club
Sure.
and
Right.
on Instagram and all that. You putting a target on your back, but you
Yeah.
want folks to know you got it.
Yeah.
Wood
That's the
grain.
piece and chain used to be.
I'm about to say, those
You know?
Mercedes medallions and on the gold.
That's the
chains.
80s. You're going back
I'm
too
going
far.
way-
Yeah, way too far. I'm talking about the 90s. Like, and I usually don't talk about the 90s, but this is important. Like
Right.
the piece and chain that we used to do,
Yeah,
because now I have to talk about it like it's a we thing, because it wasn't in Atlanta and it wasn't in North Carolina.
right.
Now I got to ask you what they did in North Carolina.
Bruh. I can't think of anything that they did that was like a big status symbol. Maybe the shoes that you had on your feet. You talking about 90s.
Yeah.
That's when Platinum Fubu was big, mid 90s.
Yes.
So the bigger the Fat Albert, the more money you got. The more Fat Albert you wearing, okay, you got something.
But you making it seem like everybody was walking. Nobody had cars like that.
No. As far as the big thing in the Carolinas was Chevys, box Chevys, bubbles,
You're
and
right.
stuff like that.
You're right.
So we
You're
ain't
right.
taking steering wheels off, but you got bass in the trunk, you got rims, but it's either box or a bubble. You got one of the two.
That
and
makes
then
sense.
old schools on top of that.
Yeah, y'all was driving Chevy Luminas.
Yeah, we were over there. Everybody was in cop cars dressed up.
Oh my God. that was yeah, you're right. That really was us. That's a whole microcosm of Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I say. You got to understand. A lot of our culture is different from everywhere else. The same with sip and lean. Everybody didn't do that.
No,
to
we
folks.
didn't do
No, that much I know.
Yeah.
You come
I
down
have too many
here,
reasons. That much I know.
and they introduce you to it. Now you got the big stars going to rap about it, and now everybody trying to do it.
Right.
But like as far as the car culture, not knowing what the red car and the blue car mean, it's a whole storyline behind that.
People
So,
forget that there was a war out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was a whole war.
Yeah.
And if you weren't born within a certain period of time or didn't have a brother or sister that really talked about it, I just told this to my homeboys, Trent Trey. They said, back in my day, girl on the north side meant, man, that was like an overnight stay. I said, if you had a girlfriend on the north side, that was an overnight stay for you? I said, back in my day, if you had a girlfriend on the north side, you didn't have a girlfriend. like that was it. There's no going over there.
Right.
No daytime, nighttime, afternoon, after 5. No, you stuck in traffic. No, you
same
stuck
with
on
the
your side of
music.
town.
Right.
Same with the music. Like I said, you got a lot of people that know who DJ Screw is, but don't really know the whole story and how everything originated or why it's so big here versus when you hear like random artists kind of chopping and screwing music now or doing their CDs and stuff now. Like it ain't the same.
Yeah.
Like it sounds good, but it ain't the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. It wasn't the same. Well,
But you
look, I
gotta
can't
be-
name no
you
names.
gotta-
I'm so
That's
south
what I'm
side
saying, but you gotta
affiliated.
be here
man.
to understand it.
Right.
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, because it was like a taste level. Like you said, you can hear it. And it's like that's not Screw. Like you know it because the double taps weren't the same. Like, that ain't Screw. You can get that out of my tape deck,
Oh,
sir.
my goodness.
And you just fly the tape because it's just not going to be the same. If it's not Coca-Cola, we don't want it.
That's right.
But shout out to all sides.